What's up, world? How are we feeling, world? How are we feeling, universe, gods? What is that peace feeling like for real? You can't fake what's on you. You know what I'm saying? You can try, but if it's in you, it's on you, and it's gonna always be in you. You know. Um, I have been enjoying my peace, and also in a lot of different ways. I've had to slow down. You know. Um, and look beneath the surface. Look beneath the things that could have really just been sitting right down there on your nose. Like if you look to the left, you look to the right, goddamn you got a booger. You feel me? You don't feel that? Real. Like I have been looking at all the things that have been right in my face. You know? The things that could bring me more joy. The things that could bring me more peace. They have been right there the whole time. But I think we move so fast and we don't really experience how life is supposed to be because we trying to get to the next thing, trying to get to this thing, trying to do this, trying to do that, and we forgetting the moment. We forgetting to enjoy that we motherfucking did what we did and we said what we said. You hear me? For real, like we as people have been shown to be placed in a society where if you don't do this, you don't do that. If you don't live this way, you don't act this way, you don't talk this way, you don't walk this way, you aren't what they want you to be. Then you lose who you have always been the entire time. You lose that person that just wants to feel, that person that just wants to be, you know. And I know it can be very challenging to do those things in this type of society because that's what they motherfucking built. But if you can't think straight, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna get to your next levels? You hear me? How you gonna elevate your energy to your highest vibration? How are you gonna be everything that you know you can be if you are so lost and so trapped inside of doing, so lost and so trapped inside of everything that has nothing to do with your peace? You so lost, you know. They got you running around like a motherfucking rat racing, goddamn. You racing, goddamn. This ain't no motherfucking race. This is a marathon. You hear me? This is a motherfucking marathon. And I think when you take the time to not just be, but allow, you know, instead of chasing, you attract. You know, you attract everything that was always yours. And then you start to realize the things that we are attracting, the things that we have consumed inside of our bodies, inside of our minds, you know. We have played right into their hands, played into all that they have ever wanted us to be. You know, some organ donors, goddamn. But when you sit your ass down, goddamn, and you be like in your house or whatever, and you clean that shit up, goddamn, because it's dirty, goddamn, and you start to look at all the things that you are, all the things that you can be, all the things that God has created you to be in the likeliness, you know, when you start to slow your motherfucking ass down and slow your roll, you can see clearly, because we've been so blinded. But everything that we are and everything that we can be is right here. Right here. In this peace. In this stillness. You know, when you can just listen. And truly understand. What everything is supposed to feel like, what everything was meant to be experienced like. You know, when you just allow yourself to be free, those shackles that have been put on your mind will come off. But if you still got shackles on you, on your mind, because truly that is where they have controlled us at. This is a war that you are in. You are in a war. And it starts with your mind. But when you decide to slow down and smell the roses, smell the peace, smell the love, you will notice so much about yourself. You will notice so much about your reflection. You will have so much more compassion, so much more love, so much more joy for the things that you feel like is small, you know. We be thinking that shit, just drinking your tea, sipping your tea, and minding your business is like not a big thing in this society. But those are really the things that allow you to sit in your stillness, allow you to sit in your true energy, to see who you are, to feel who you are, God. You are so beautiful. You are so powerful. You know, and I know this world can be so cold. It can be so sad. But you are so much more than what you have been through. You are so much more than what we have been through. You know, and in order for us to unite, in order for us to be one, in order for us to see each other, we must see ourselves first. We must love ourselves first, God. And the only way to do that, goddamn, is sit your motherfucking ass down and enjoy this motherfucking peace. Okay? Okay? That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't know what else to say. I'm saying the same thing. Okay? Sit your ass down. Okay? And enjoy. Enjoy. Enjoy who you are. Feel who you are. Be who you are. Love who you are. Because they have taken everything away from us and we have to take it back. And the only way to do that, God, truly the only way to do that, God, is to sit in your peace. Sit in your peace. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I love you, my reflection. I really, truly do. Sometimes it get hard too now, okay? With that, like saying I don't love myself if I don't love who I see in my reflection. God, thank you, truly. This has made me so much more greater. You know, this has truly made me so much greater, so much more energy, so much more power for myself has come because of me stepping out of my zone, goddamn. Me stepping out of my zone, my comfort zone, and saying, you know what, God? We're going to do something that we have never done. And thank you. I appreciate you for being along your journey, being along our journey to experience our reflection in the most highest version.